Hi, I'm Okoyemi Olugbemi and you're watching Daily News on All News Nigeria. Here are the headlines for today. Redesigned Naira notes go into circulation according to CBN's directives. Now the news in details. Redesigned Naira notes have gone into circulation today. The Central Bank of Nigeria has ordered the circulation of the newly redesigned Naira notes. Recall that the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, had in October announced that the Apex Bank would release redesigned 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes by December 15, 2022. Emefiele said the redesigning of the local currency would help to mop up the currency outside the banking sector, adding that out of about 3.3 trillion naira in circulation, close to 2.75 trillion naira is outside the banking sector. Banks are expected to disburse the new naira notes to their customers starting from the 15th of December 2022. Before the unveiling of the notes, the president, during his visit to King Charles III at the Buckingham Palace in London, said there was no going back on the move. During the official unveiling at the Federal Executive Council meeting at the State House in Abuja on Wednesday, 13th of November 2022, the president said the new banknote would help the central bank design and implement better monetary policy objectives as well as enrich the collective memory of Nigeria's heritage. He also noted that the new Naira banknotes have been fortified with security features that make them difficult to counterfeit. It will be recalled that reactions trailed the newly redesigned Naira notes as many Nigerians kicked against the development, registering their displeasures over the development. Now let's take you further on the origin of the Naira and the number of times the Nigerian government made changes. The name Naira was coined from the word Nigeria by Obafemi Awolowo when he was the Federal Commissioner for Finance between 1967 and 1971 and was launched by Shehu Shagari as Minister of Finance on 1st of January 1973, replacing the Nigerian pound at the rate of 1 pound to 2 Naira. Having known its origin, let's look at 10 changes made to the country's currency since it gained independence in 1960. First, in the year 1962, the currency form of Nigeria was changed, showing its status as an independent country unlike before when it was under the British rule. The inscription on the notes was formerly Federation of Nigeria and later replaced with Federal Republic of Nigeria. In 1973, the name of the Nigerian currency was changed from pound to Naira. A Naira at the time was equal to 10 shillings, while 100 kobo became 1 Naira. In 1977, a new 20 Naira banknote was introduced. At that time, it was the big banknote in the country which was introduced by CBN because of the development of the country's economy. It gave people the freedom to hold a lot of money in their hands instead of holding a lot of banknotes. For the first time, the new 20 Naira note had the portrait of Ladi Kwali, a famous sporter, while the 50 Naira note had the portrait of fishermen. In 1979, 3 new banknotes were introduced, 1 Naira, 5 Naira and 10 Naira, in order for people to be able to recognize and differentiate them. They were made of different colors. Then, on the back of each of them, there was a picture that showed the culture of the great country, Nigeria. In 1984, all the colors of the banknotes were changed except for the 50 kobo note, which, according to the authorities, was to control the withdrawal of the money to foreign countries. In 1999, to expand the country's economy and facilitate trade, banknotes 100 Naira, 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes were introduced in December 1999, November 2000, April 2001 and October 2005, respectively. In 2007, as part of the economic reforms, a polymer 20 Naira banknote was introduced for the first time. 2009, the government also changed the 50 Naira, 10 Naira and 5 Naira notes to polymer. In 2014, under former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan regime, the Apex Bank redesigned 100 Naira note to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Nigeria's amalgamation between northern and southern entities in 1914. Indeed, the Nigerian Naira has come a long way, but the major fall of Naira was in September 1986. Before this, in the 70s to early 80s, the Naira exchanged for 90 kobo to $1. But by the time Ibrahim Babangida left office in 1993, the Naira was exchanged for 17 Naira to $1. The rate at which the Naira depreciated in those few years probably explains why Bureau de Change was introduced into the economy. Having said all this, it's also important to talk about how to fix the problem of continued decline in Naira value. Economic experts in Nigeria should shun consumption and rather embrace production and also cut down on public debt, reduce inflation, scrape all multiple exchange rates, and harmonize to market rates, long-term supply, side growth policies. The list is endless. Here are the strong reasons the CBN decided to redesign the Naira notes. The Central Bank of Nigeria was established in March 1958. It is known as an apex body that controls, operates, regulates, and directs the entire banking and monetary structure of the country. Here are the reasons Emefiele said Naira notes were redesigned.
The management of the CBN has sought and obtained the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari to redesign, produce, release, and circulate new series of banknotes at 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira levels. In line with this approval, we have finalized arrangements for the new currency to begin circulation from December 15, 2022, after its launch by President Muhammadu Buhari.
With that, it's a wrap on today's news. To watch us on all social media pages, kindly visit us on any platforms displayed on the screen. I am Opeyemi Olubemi. Do have a good day.